It's me again. I have a question. So, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I was reading back on a couple conspiracies, and I was surprised to find out that many of them came true. Let me give you a couple examples. The bad booze conspiracy. So, this was the conspiracy around prohibition that the government poisoned alcohol to keep people from drinking. So, this was thought to be a crazy conspiracy. But what we found out years later is manufacturers of industrial alcohol had been mixing their product with dangerous chemicals for years prior to Prohibition. But between 1926 and 1933, the federal government pushed manufacturers to use stronger poisons to discourage bootleggers from turning the alcohol into moonshine. That didn't stop the bootleggers, but that conspiracy was actually truth. What about the first lady who actually ran the presidency? So the conspiracy was a stroke rendered President Woodrow Wilson incapable of governing, and that his wife serendipitously stepped in. Well, a couple years later, we found out that Woodrow Wilson did suffer a debilitating stroke towards the end of his presidency, but the government thought it was of the country's best interest to keep things quiet. So the public, us, we didn't learn about this till months and years later maybe. But in between that time, Edith Wilson, which was Woodrow Wilson's wife, was making all the executive decisions. So this was actually not a conspiracy. One more comes to mind, and that was the government mind control. So the conspiracy was the CIA was testing LSD and other hallucinogenic drugs on Americans in a top secret experiment to watch and control behavior modification. So years later, we find out that it was true. The program was named MK Ultra, and it was real. The CIA was using volunteers. I believe novelist Ken Kesey was one of the notable subjects. But the program changed, and the government soon began dosing people without their knowledge. And the MK Ultra actually left many victims permanently mentally disabled. Do you know of any conspiracies that actually came true? I'm just trying to fill my brain gap.